Hey guys, good morning and welcome to another day of kindergarten fun. So let's go over number 1, our calendar today. Here we go. So we are still in the month of April, and looking at the day that we just crossed off, we can see that yesterday was Monday. So if yesterday was Monday, then today is Tuesday. So saying today's complete date in a sentence, we would say today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. That is our year. So if today is Tuesday, then tomorrow is going to be Wednesday. All right, so on this Tuesday, let's practice the days of the week by only saying them and counting them on our hands. So how many days of the week are there? There are 7, so let's count the 7. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Awesome. Moving on to number 2, our daily write it. Now today, I want you to look at this picture of the man. Look at his facial expression. How do you think he is feeling today? Well, we can see that he is smiling, so that gives us a clue to how he is feeling. Is he feeling upset? Well, probably not, because he has a smile. He is feeling happy. Another word for feeling happy is feeling glad. So glad is our word today. Listen to me say that word. Glad. All right, now it's your turn. Say it slowly. Now let's say it together. Stretch it out really far. Say glad. Tap it. Glad. There's 4 sounds in that word. 4 sounds. G-L-A-D. Glad. Okay, so now we're going to take that word glad and turn it into a sentence. Here we go. The man was glad to be here. The man was glad to be here. Let's count the words. The man was glad to be here. 7 words. Okay, on your special lined paper, I would like for you to stretch out and write the sentence, the man was glad to be here. Remember to do everything that good writers do. Go ahead and pause the video. And parents, if you wouldn't mind pulling out the letter formation guides as they practice writing their sentence. I've had a few parents send me the completed packets, and I'm noticing that some of us are really struggling with our letter formation. So it's so important to make sure that we're using the lines correctly and forming the letters correctly as well. So parents, have those guides out, and then kiddos, go ahead and pause the video and write the sentence, the man is glad to be here. Okay, let me grab my sentence and let's check it. We said we had 7 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each of my words is separated by a space, right? 1 word, space. Another word, space. Now this word is circled. And I circled this word because it's a new trick word. Now, last week we learned this word, as. Okay, now this is tricky because this is the word was. It's not was, it's was. That's why it's a trick word, because when you sound out this word, it doesn't make the sounds like you think would be in it. So it's a trick word, okay? Now, the is a trick word. Man, I'm hoping that you stretched out because we know that an says and, so then this would be man. Glad we stretched out together. To and be are trick words, and then here. I hope you got that correct, because we know super silent E at the end of the word It comes back and it pokes that last vowel to make it say its name. Ear. Here. The man was glad to be here. And it is a telling sentence, so I stopped my sentence with a period. It is a normal telling sentence. If you got all of this sentence correct, nice job. Go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. If you made a mistake, that's okay, because remember, you tried your best. But go ahead and pause the video and fix your sentence now. Okay, let's keep moving on our schedule today. And we are on number 3, letter and number review. Remember, every day we're going to practice 2 letters and 1 number. Your first letter for the day is C. And I know that you guys are going to rock C because you did great with those in kindergarten. So uppercase C on your special lined paper starts at the skyline, trace back, curve down to grass line. C, cat, K. Same thing for lowercase c. But it starts at the plain line, but you still trace back, curve down to the grass line. C, cat, K. After you make your uppercase and lowercase c's, we're going to make our D's. Now uppercase D starts at the skyline, straight down to grass line, frog jump up to the skyline, curve to the grass line. D, dog, D. With our lowercase d, we need to make sure that we're making our D face the correct direction. We don't want to make a B, we're making a D. D, dog, D. And D's are plain line letters. They trace back, curve to the grass line, straight up to the skyline, and then trace back down to the grass line. D, dog, D. Now our letter today, well, we just did C and D, right? I'm sorry, I meant our number. Our number today is 2 less than 4. So what number is 2 less than 4? Well, if we have 4 and we're making it 2 less, we're making it 2 smaller. So 1, 2. We are working on 2 today. Swim around, slant down and back on the railroad track makes 2, 2, 2. Now, if we would add a 1 in front of that number, what would that be? Well, that would be the number 12. A 1 and a 2 tells 12 what to do. All right, so now it's your turn. On your special lined paper, you're going to make some uppercase C's, lowercase c's, uppercase D's, lowercase d's, and then 2 and 12. Go ahead, pause the video. Remember to use your pincer grip in your correct formation, and you may do some of those now. I'll bet you did a great job with your writing. Let's continue, and we're going to work on number 4, our lesson plan packet. So remember, this week we are in kindergarten week 5. Today is Tuesday, so we're working on day 2. And the first thing I can see that we're doing is we're reading Don's Jog today. And you can use your reading sheet to help with that. So remember, kiddos, you're going to read this story to your parents. You're going to tap to each word, sound it out if you need to, but you're going to read the whole thing to your parents. So here's Don's Jog. Kiddos will read it to their parents. And then parents can use the next page to ask their children or their child comprehension questions to see if they understood it. Remember, after you finish with those decodables, please don't throw them away. Keep them because they are great practice. All right, so when you're done with your reading, then we're going to go on and we're going to do math. And the first thing on our math today is our drill packet. Yesterday we did day 1. We traced and we wrote the numbers. So today we're doing day 2. Day 2 has 2 parts to it. First, you're going to count and circle the number that tells how many. Then you're going to color all of the rectangles blue and then write the number of rectangles. Next, you're going to work on your addition fluency paper. Remember, fluency is being able to answer something without even thinking about it. So just knowing it in your head without thinking about it. Yesterday, we did the first row. Today, we're doing the second row. So just like we did yesterday, you're going to look at the problem. 1 plus 4 equals 5, but then I checked my work. 1 white counter plus 4 gray counters is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to write the answer and draw to solve for each of the questions in the row. When you are done, if you have extra time, you can do any one of the math activities. That's up to you, parents. All right, moving on. We are on our reading log. It's the same as always. Then phonics. Remember, we're skipping the writing practice because we already do that in our video. So what we're going to do for phonics today is we have 2 pages. We are working on our sight words or our trick words this week. So today we're working on and, are, and to. So it says read the words and then color the boxes using the correct color code. If you see and, you're going to color it red, are, green, to, blue. So you'll look at all of the trick words and color them in the correct color. Then it says read each sentence. Circle the trick words a, the, and, are, and to. So kiddos, we're going to try to read all of these sentences without help. We're going to read them to our family. They will help us if we need help, but I want us to try to do it on our own. After we read the sentence, then we'll circle the trick words that we've learned so far. For our next paper, this is practice time. You're practicing the word to today. To is written with a T and then an O, to. So, remember our T's start at the skyline, but we're going to trace the word to, write the word to, color the word to in the lines using your best coloring. You'll circle the word to, and then you're going to use it in a sentence. So you'll write the word to and then read the sentence. All right, go ahead, pause the video, and do your best work and complete your packet for the day now. All right, let's keep moving. We are on number 5, our read aloud. We are going to continue talking about our world, our Earth. So we know that the Earth is the planet we live on. And if we look at a map of the Earth, this is what it looks like. So we have how many different continents or land masses? Well, there's 7. There's 7 continents and there's 5 different oceans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yesterday we talked about Africa and Antarctica. We learned that Africa was the hottest continent and Antarctica is the coldest continent. Antarctica is the coldest continent because it's furthest away from the sun. Okay? So remember, our Earth is shaped like a sphere, right? And let's pretend that this dot is Antarctica because Antarctica is at the bottom of the Earth. So if it's all the way at the bottom and the sun is shining, well, Africa is going to be here on the edge where it's close to the sun, but you keep getting further and further away the closer to the bottom of the Earth that you get. So here is Antarctica. It's the farthest away and it doesn't shine directly into Antarctica. The sun does not, which is why it is so cold. Now, we're going to talk about Africa today, and I'm going to read to you an African folk tale. And a folk tale is a kind of story. So this is a folk tale that comes from Africa. and I have it here in my hands. It is called Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. And I think that you're going to enjoy the illustrations in this text. In Africa, they create art sometimes, and their art has a lot of colors. And we're going to see some illustrations that maybe might remind us of Africa's artwork. And as we're reading the story, I want you to think about the title, Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. Well, we know that why is a question word, like why are we at home? Why do we need to wash our hands so much? Why are we social distancing or keeping away from other people? Why is a question word. But this why in this title, it's actually not asking a question. Why mosquitoes buzz in people's ears? It's not asking you, well, why do mosquitoes buzz in people's ears? It's saying, why mosquitoes buzz in people's ears? That means that this book is going to answer that question for us. It's going to tell us why mosquitoes buzz in people's ears. Are you ready to read? Okay, make sure you're in your reading position and let's get started. So this is Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears, and it's by Verna Ardema, and the pictures are by Leo and Diane Dillon. Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. And here's the title page. Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. A West African Tale. Retold by Verna Ardema. Pictures by Leo and Diane Dillon. Here's the dedication page. This says, for Marisha Van Dunen, who heard this story first. So a dedication means that the author wrote this book for this person. Here we go. One morning, a mosquito saw an iguana drinking at a water hole. The mosquito said, "Iguana, you will never believe what I saw yesterday." "Try me," said the iguana. The mosquito said, "I saw a farmer digging yams that were almost as big as I am." "What's a mosquito compared to a yam?" snapped the iguana grumpily. "I would rather be deaf than listen to such nonsense." Then he stuck 2 sticks in his ears and went off, meh, 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 through the reeds. The iguana was still grumbling to himself when he happened to pass by a python. The big snake raised his head and said, "Good morning, iguana." The iguana did not answer, but lumbered on, bobbing his head, batamin, batamin. "Why won't he speak to me?" said the python to himself. "Iguana must be angry about something. I'm afraid he is plotting some mischief against me." He began looking for somewhere to hide. The first likely place he found was a rabbit hole. In it he went. When the rabbit saw the big snake coming into her burrow, she was terrified. She scurried out through her back way and bounded, crick, 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 across a clearing. A crow saw the rabbit running for her life. He flew into the forest crying, "Caw, caw, caw." It was his duty to spread the alarm in case of danger. A monkey heard the crow. He was sure that some dangerous beast was prowling near. he began screeching and leaping killy-willy through the trees to help warn the other animals. As the monkey was crashing through the treetops, he happened to land on a dead limb. It broke and fell on an owl's nest, killing one of the owlets. Mother Owl was not at home, for though she usually hunted only in the nights, this morning she was still out searching for one more tidbit to satisfy her hungry babies. When she returned to the nest, she found one of them dead. Her other children told her that the monkey had killed it. All that day and all that night she sat in her tree. So sad, so sad, so sad. Now it was Mother Owl who woke to the sun each day so that dawn, morning, could come. But this time, when she should have hooted for the sun, she did not do it. The night grew longer and longer. The animals of the forest knew that it was lasting much too long. They feared that the sun would never come back. At last, King Lion called a meeting of the animals. They came and sat down, pem, 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 around a council of fire. Mother Owl did not come, so the antelope was sent to fetch her. When she arrived, King Lion asked, "Mother Owl, why have you not called the sun? The night has lasted long, 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 and everyone is worried." Mother Owl said, "Monkey killed one of my owlets. Because of that, I cannot bear to wake the sun." The king said to the gathered animals, "Did you hear? It was the monkey who killed the owlet. And now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that day can come." Then King Lion called the monkey. He came before him, nervously glancing from side to side. Rim, rim, rim. "Monkey," said the king, "why did you kill one of Mother Owl's babies?" "Oh, king," said the monkey, "it was the crow's fault. He was calling and calling to warn us of danger, and I went leaping through the trees to help. A limb broke under me, and it fell, on the owl's nest." The king said to the council, "So it was the crow who alarmed the monkey who killed the owlet, and now the Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that day can come." Then the king called for the crow. That big bird came flapping up. He said, "King Lion, it was the rabbit's fault. I saw her running for life in the daytime. Wasn't that reason enough to spread alarm?" The king nodded his head and said to the council, "So it was the rabbit who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet. And now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that day can come." Then King Lion called the rabbit. The timid little creature stood before him, one trembling paw drawn up uncertainly. "Rabbit," cried the king, "why did you break a law of nature and go running, running, running in the daytime?" "Oh, king," said Rabbit, "it was the python's fault. I was in my house minding my own business when that pig snake came in and chased me out. The king said to the council, "So it was the python who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that day can come." King Lion called the python, who came slithering, wassa wasu, wassa wasu, past the other animals. "But King," he cried, "it was the iguana's fault. He wouldn't speak to me, and I thought he was plotting some mischief against me. When I crawled into the rabbit's hole, I was only trying to hide." The king said to the council, "So it was the iguana who frightened the python, who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet. And now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that day can come." Now the iguana was not at the meeting, for he had not heard the summons. The antelope was sent to fetch him. All the animals laughed when they saw the iguana coming, badaman, badaman, with the sticks still stuck in his head. King Lion pulled out the sticks. Prup, prup. Then he asked, "Iguana, what evil have you been plotting against the python?" "None, none at all," cried the iguana. "Python is my friend." "Then why wouldn't you say good morning to me?" demanded the snake. "I didn't hear you or even see you," said the iguana. "Mosquito told me such a big lie, so I couldn't bear to listen to it, so I put sticks in my ears." "Yeah," laughed the lion. "So that's why you had sticks in your ears?" "Yes," said the iguana. "It was the mosquito's fault." King Lion said to the council, "So it was the mosquito who annoyed the iguana, who frightened the python, who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet. And now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that day can come." "Punish the mosquito! Punish the mosquito!" cried all the animals. When Mother Owl heard that, she was satisfied. She turned her head toward the east and hooted, "Hoo! Hoo! Hoo!" And the sun came up. Meanwhile, the mosquito had listened to it all from a nearby bush. She crept under a curly leaf, zim, and was never found and brought before the council. But because of this, the mosquito has a guilty conscience. To this day, she goes about whining in people's ears. "See, is everyone still angry at me?" When she does that, she gets an honest answer. Kapow! All right, so that was a really long book, but in this African folk tale, I want us to think about some of the things that happened. So why does the iguana put sticks in his ears? Well, the iguana said that the mosquito had told a lie, and he didn't want to hear any more of it. So he stuck sticks in his ears so that he could not hear the mosquito's lies. But when the sticks were in his ears, could he hear anything else? No, he could not hear anything. So, because there were sticks in his ears, when Python tried to talk to him, what happened? Well, it said that the Python thought that the iguana must be planning mischief or planning to do something bad, so he slithered away quickly to find a hiding place. And when he found a hiding place in a rabbit hole, what happened? Well, then the rabbits thought they were in danger, so then they started to run away. And when Rabbit was running away, what did Monkey do? Well, Monkey got scared, so he started leaping through trees because he thought there were danger. And then because Monkey was leaping through trees, what happened? Well, Monkey landed on a dead tree branch. The branch fell and it killed one of Mother's owlets. So because of that, what happened? Well, Mother Owl was so sad that she did not want to wake the sun. How do owls wake the sun? Well, in this folk tale, the owl wakes the sun by saying, "Hoo, hoo," and then the sun comes up. So, I want us to think. In this story, why is it saying mosquitoes buzz in people's ears? So on the last page, it tells us that mosquito feels guilty. So he flies around asking people, "Bzzz, is everybody still mad at me?" So you hear him buzzing. And what do people do when they hear a mosquito by their head, buzzing in their ears? Well, they might slap it, right? So if a person tried to slap the mosquito, is the mosquito going to think that people are still mad at him? Yes, I agree. So this folk tale is a story that tells why mosquitoes buzz in people's ears. I want you to think about whether you think that this story is a nonfiction book and it's true, or whether it's a fiction book and it's false. I want you to talk to your family about what happened in this story and whether you think it is a nonfiction or a fiction book. Go ahead and pause the video and you can talk about the book now. All right, guys, let's continue. So we are on number 6, math. And I am excited because we are almost all finished with our chapter on fat shapes or 3D shapes. So if we were in school, we would be getting ready for our math test. But since we're not in school, we're going to get ready for just reviewing our math test. And parents or families, if you would like your child to do this review with us, on our class tag post, I have added our math review. So for every chapter we finish, we do a math review where we review all of our learnings. And this one, today we're going to be doing a front and back paper, so 2 pages. Tomorrow we'll do 2 more pages. I've posted the 2 for today on today's class tag post, and I'll post the 2 for tomorrow on tomorrow's class tag post. So your kiddos can follow along with us and do our math review with us. So first thing I want us to do is let's review our 3D or our fat shapes. And I can see one of my shapes fell down. Let's do this one first. So this is a cylinder. A cylinder is like the dice you drop, or I'm sorry, no, what is a cylinder? A cylinder is like a can of pop, right? Which shape is like a dice? A cube. A cube is like the dice you drop, right? So what's this one? A sphere. A sphere is like a bouncing ball. And our last one, a cone. A cone is like a party hat. Okay, so since we've been doing so much work with our shapes, let's do our review, okay? So number 1 says, mark under all of the shapes that stack. So think about the shapes that stack. Can you stack a cone on top of a cone? No, you cannot, because there's a point at the top. So your top cone would fall right off. So we're going to cross it out. Now, if you could put a cone on top of a cylinder, would that work? Yeah, because it's flat at the bottom and it's flat at the top. So that would work. But you cannot put a cone on top of another cone, right? Okay. Can you put a cylinder on top of another cylinder? Yes, they will stack because they have flat surfaces at the top and bottom. Can you stack a sphere on top of a sphere? No, there's no flat surfaces, so we cross it out. Can you stack a cube on top of a cube? Yes, there's flat surfaces all around, so you could definitely stack those. All right, moving on to number 2. Number 2 says, which objects are shaped like a sphere? Is this basketball a sphere? Yes. Are the drums a sphere? No. Is the block a sphere? No. Is the cone a sphere? No. Is the ball a sphere? Yes. Now, this watermelon, is it shaped like a sphere? Yes. Sometimes watermelons are more like oval and stretched, but this watermelon, it is shaped like a sphere, so we can circle it. Okay. Number 3 says, do the words describe the cube? Yes or no? Does a cube have 6 sides? Well, let's think about it. Here's our cube. This will be a little bit tricky. Ready? So we have 1 side, 2 sides, 3, 4. This one would be 5. And look, I still have one more. 6. So there are 6 sides. So does a cube have 6 sides or 6 surfaces? Yes. So we'll circle yes. Does a cube have a curved surface? No, there are no curved surfaces. So we'll circle no. All right, last page for math today. Number 4 says, draw lines to match the objects to their shapes. So, an orange. Is the orange shaped like a cylinder? No. Is an orange shaped like a sphere? Yes. They are both shaped like a sphere, so we'll connect them. Is a box shaped like a cylinder? No. Is a box shaped like a sphere? No. Is a box shaped like a cube? Yes. So we'll draw a line from the box to the cube. The tennis ball container, is it shaped like a cylinder? Yes, it's just lying on its side. So we would still connect them. So your paper should look like mine if you're doing it with us or later. Okay, the next one, number 5. Number 5 says, which objects are shaped like a cone? Is the soccer ball shaped like a cone? No. Is the party hat shaped like a cone? Yes. Is a present shaped like a cone? No. Is the megaphone shaped like a cone? Yes, and they rhyme. That's a bonus. Megaphone, cone. They end in own. All right, last one, guys. Number 6. Color all of the solid shapes blue. So I want you to find a blue crayon if you're doing this with us and color all of the solid shapes blue. Remember, solid means fat or 3D. So is this shape fat or solid? Yes, so I would color it blue. I'm going to put a B for blue. Is this shape solid? Is it fat? No, it's a square, so it's just the shape of something. You can't pick it up, okay? It's not a real object. A triangle. Is it solid? No, it's just the outline or the shape of something. A cylinder, is it solid? Is it fat? Yes, remember it's like a can of pop, so it can be a real object. So you would color it blue. So that means that these two shapes, these are your flat shapes. They're just the outline of something. They're not real objects. You can't pick them up. So you're going to color those red. Red. All right, awesome job reviewing your shapes today. It's exciting that we have spent over a week learning about our 3D shapes and we're becoming masters at them. All right, so 2 more things left on our video today. Now we're on number 7, our flashcard practice. And today we're practicing 2 different kinds of skills for our flashcard practice. We're practicing shapes and we're practicing numbers. Let's do numbers first. Here we go. What is this? 6. Oops, I missed one. There we go. 8. 14. 12. 16. 10. 9. 11. 15. 20. 17, 19, 7, 13, 18. Awesome. Now our shapes. We have 2 different kinds of shapes. Let's practice our flat shapes, our 2D shapes, the shapes that are not objects. Square, hexagon, triangle, circle, rectangle. Very good. Now our 3D shapes or our fat shapes, our shapes that can be objects. Sphere, cylinder, cube, cone. Awesome job, guys. Awesome job. Okay, to wrap up our video today, we have our thematic video. Now, we've been learning about the continents, okay? So today we talked about an African folk tale called Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. So we're going to watch a quick informational video about the continent Africa. Be sure to listen and see if you can learn anything about Africa because there's some good facts in that video. All right, I will post that on the class tag post, parents, along with the papers for math if you would like to do those. So kiddos, our video is all over for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. And I want you to remember that I love you and I miss you so much. And I will see you on the video for tomorrow. Bye.